Hi friends, today I'm showing decks. Not all of the titles are immediately visible, and one of these is not the subject of this video, but I needed to create a pile, but we're just going from here up, and then also this lovely pile over here. I have piles, ADHD organizing. So this is a video response to Simon over at Hermit's Cave, because I've mentioned Hermit's Cave, and in case you were mishearing it or anything, I mean Simon over at Hermit's Cave. So that Hermit's Cave, who has influenced me somewhat in my collecting. We don't always collect the same, but if I were to do like a video response on everything that I've collected because of watching his huge collection of tarot reviews, it would just never end. But I am obsessed with this. Okay, he let me know. I'm showing right now very close up the Sea Witch Tarot, which I saw from him after he did, I don't know what order he did them in, but I saw this one second after he had done Under the Oak Tarot. They're very thematically similar, so I got this one first, the Sea Witch Tarot, because I have this whole thing going on with mermaids, sirens, sea witches of any stripe, and Under the Oak Tarot features, like, her name is Anima. She's like a character who is in I believe she's in every card, and we see her journey through every card, and there's a quote from her for every card. So it's very, like, character driven, which I immediately fell in love with this concept. Now, and she's blindfolded to show that she's relying on her intuition. In the Under the Oak Tarot, I have covered this in multiple videos. But so then came, so my obsession started with this Sea Witch Tarot. Sorry, hold on, let me get this in frame. I only have my phone, so... But you can see, like, she's blindfolded, and the reason she's blindfolded has to do with she's the sea witch on the earth plane, and she's easily injured. Like, there's a card in here. I can't tell you the exact card number, but there's a card in here where she's broken her leg, and she's in traction. Ooh, sorry for blur. Oh my goodness, sorry for blur. So she's in traction. She's, like, on adventures. The only thing that both Simon and I noticed about this deck, I mean, it has, like, almost everything that I love in a tarot deck. It's just perfect, but it doesn't have, like, a quote or a story to go with her, like, adventures. And so that is the only difference, well, between the Sea Witch Tarot and Under the Oak. Now, the thing here, the reason I wanted to highlight these decks, it started with this one, and the reason that I wanted to highlight, hold one moment, the reason I wanted to highlight these decks, they all come from an amazing shop in Ukraine. The other one you can see clearly right now is the Sunflower Field Tarot. Above that is a matching Lenormand. I think it's called Hidden Flowers Lenormand, and they are matching. And I don't really read Lenormand, but it is just like, they were so matchy that I was like, it needs to happen. I believe I've had 3 orders from this shop, which is called Pentagram Tarot Studio, and they are at Pentagram.shop. And I've had This one is from my collection of older tarot decks, and I have not put it onto the shelf with the other ones yet, but I just needed a pile. But so that is not from Pentagram. But so anyway, so the Lenormand deck, I'll just show you because it's very small. You know, it's Lenormand. It has 36 cards, but like, ooh, this is upside down. So this is the like matchy cover, Hidden Flowers Lenormand. Actually, I'm just noticing it has like, I don't remember the exact wording for this, but like holographic, almost holographic. I think it's holographic, kind of holographic lettering. Sorry. So I don't actually read Lenormand yet. I am learning Lenormand, and I have mixed feelings on the system. It's a little cut and dry for me. Like, and also the way that it's structured, it's kind of like math word problems. I don't know. It's not quite gelling in my brain. I mean, I'm studying it. I understand the cards, but I just don't have the same motivation that I have with tarot. But anyway, moving on. Then there is the City Labyrinth Tarot. Now, this one I haven't worked with yet because I did find out there is a tower card, which is literally the Twin Towers, and I actually am from New York City. And so I witnessed actually a huge amount of fallout from that. Like, I don't have anyone in my family who wasn't affected, and it actually caused just a lot of like, directly in my family, it caused a lot of stuff. So I am not sure if I don't know, but to move on into better things, I also have the Urban Tarot, and I have another tarot deck on the way, which I will review here. But it's not here yet, but it's for a future video. But it's another New York City. I'm hoping I can review it before the end of Pride, because it's in Pride colors and it's New York City. So I have 2 other New York City decks. As a New Yorker, these things matter to me. Under this, we have let's see if I can show the front of this. This is the Fantasy Garden Tarot. Now, I'm giving a very general summary because I have like 10 decks here. So I can't do flip throughs of like 10 decks, and my pile has imploded. But so there is a specific artist that works with this tarot studio who works in ballpoint pen, and I believe he uses 8 colors. And I heard that he has one coming out that is with colored pencils. Now, keep in mind, he's in the Ukraine making tarot decks in bomb shelters, and they are an extremely reliable shop. Like, not all shops not all experiences are reliable. And they're like one of the most reliable shops I've ever worked with, and they're working out of bomb shelters, friends. So I mean, basically what I'm saying is I'm promoting them, because if you want to do something in the world, in this world situation, if you want to support the Ukraine, this is one way that you can do it. They are operational and very reliable. Okay, moving on. So the thing I wanted to, let me show you, so he did this art. I can't show it wonderfully here, because I'm holding my phone in one hand and the deck in my other hand. But, he did this art in ballpoint pen. And, I will say a few of the cards look a little bit more like ballpoint pen than others. But I would, challenge anyone to, I feel like he's incredible for doing this. And I don't know what the status is of the one that's coming out that's colored pencil. I haven't seen it in the shop. I did look for the Kickstarter, and I don't know. I don't think I could find it. I haven't found it or anything. So I don't know the status of that. Moving on, as a sidebar, in my latest, before I move on to other decks, in my latest, maybe I should do these last, but I'm not. I had gotten a mass market rune set, and as usual, well, I've had a couple of different issues with mass market rune sets, and they don't work for me. The one I got, it was wooden, but they were I still have it, but they're so tiny. And then I saw that Pentagram Tarot Studio had their own rune sets. So they have, these are wooden and they're two-tone. Let me try to get one out, but I am, hold on a second. Let me try to get one out so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll try my best here. I'm working with one hand. So my thing with mass market, when a rune set is mass market and it's made of stone, I have really hard time reading what I cast. It's just complicated because I have somewhat visual impairment and they're not as high contrast. So I chose this one, which has a dark background, which in a tarot deck, a dark background, honestly, I actually have this issue with Lightseer's Tarot. I don't fully understand it, but the backs give me a migraine because they're dark black with everyone has seen the back of Lightseer's Tarot. And I don't know, for some reason, the back of Lightseer's Tarot gives me a migraine. So any tarot deck where it has this, where there's a dark background, I can't, I get a migraine. There are a lot of things that give me migraines, and I have some decks where I could only use them on certain days because I can get a migraine. But I also need high contrast in general, so I have decided to try with these runes. And I have to say, these runes are probably 3 times the size of the ones I had gotten mass market. The ones I got mass market most recently were wooden, but they're so tiny, so they would just give me the same or similar problems. So anyway, I went with these. I love them. Oh my goodness. They feel incredible in the hand. They're so authentic. They have several styles, but this is the style I got because I need high contrast to be able to read the runes once I cast. Okay. moving back to decks, we're gonna go from the bottom. This classic tarot rediscovered. This is somewhat similar to Fantasy Garden Tarot, because Fantasy Garden Tarot and this tarot are focused on the landscapes around the figures, both this one and Fantasy Garden Tarot, and they're both done in the ballpoint pen. It's incredible to me. Okay, moving on. This is the one that made me order again. This was my decision to support them again, because basically I was like, as long as I have money, I will support this Ukraine shop. But I believe now I have everything that would work for me, because a few decks wouldn't work for me. But this one, Glory to Ukraine Tarot, it literally teaches you Ukrainian history of their ongoing struggle for independence. It hasn't just been the last few little while. It's been an ongoing thing, and this deck teaches you, like, you sort of need the book, because mine is not unwrapped, but I watched, like, I know a lot about what's in the book and what's in the cards, because I watched, thankfully there was a walkthrough, but basically it teaches a lot about Ukrainian history, and I really would love one that is on Ukrainian myth, but there is one, like, was on Kickstarter, but again, it, like, the way it was shaded and everything, it would give me a migraine. I get migraines from, like, the weirdest, because I have a visual impairment, so I have weird triggers from visual things, and I do have some decks I can only use on certain days. Okay, moving on. I actually have a bunch of this kind of deck, this is like a rune deck. It's cards that are runes, because I was like, if I can't use the wooden runes, like, I haven't been able to use some other decks and stuff. Oh my god, my cat is wrecking my house. I don't know what that was. Just a huge crash. So anyway, I have a bunch of rune decks, because I've tried everything to, like, really learn the runes, and it's hard for that information to, like, it just doesn't gel in my head that easily, but it's a little easier, with cards, because I love this deck. I wish I could, like, show you every single card in this. I'm just not good at flip throughs. I can't do it because I have my phone in one hand and everything. But I have a bunch of rune decks, and I will do a separate video on rune decks. Honestly, I don't want to be flip or anything. The reason I'm promoting this Ukrainian shop, I just feel so many emotions that they could still be running their business out of, like, in the circumstances that they're in, and I get a little emotional about it. And but I want to do, like, a separate video on my rune decks and it's just like, the collecting is it's compulsive at this point. It's something keeping me sane right now, even though it's incredibly privileged that I can collect tarot decks. And I mean, it just is, because we're in a very, very volatile time in the world. So this last one is incredible. This one is so big because it's actually an oversized tuck box. This is not by the same studio, but they agreed, they're friends with another Ukrainian artist who, living in the Ukraine with them. And he was like, I just don't have the infrastructure. Can you sell the rest of my overstock of this deck? And I especially wanted to show this one because Simon is the first one who started mentioning like collecting like medieval art decks. And it's not like literal medieval art, but it's in the style of medieval art. And it's an oversized tuck box because in this tuck box is literally a hardcover guidebook, my friends, in the tuck box. And it makes it so much easier for me to get the cards in because I can just remove either all the cards or the guidebook, and then there's a ton of extra space in this tuck box. So this is so far my favorite tuck box that I've ever gotten. This deck is incredible. The only thing where, I am a solar Cancer, and I am not obsessed with it or anything, but what I know is that as a solar Cancer, my card in the tarot deck is the Chariot. Now, this has made me, opinionated on the Chariot card. And I will say, there are extra cards in this deck. It's an 86 card deck. So part of that is because there's two variants for the Chariot card. But I have to say that they are both unhinged. They are very intense medieval art. They're like the most intense card in the whole deck. Like, it's a lot. I don't think I like either Chariot card in this deck, but that's literally my only complaint. And as a solar Cancer, I have like reasons to be like very attached to that card. Like, that's my card. And so, let's see. I don't even want to show them because they're actually graphic. They're honestly graphic, both of them. And like, that's kind of why I'm like, there's no like non-graphic version. And all the other cards are just okay. They're not all graphic like that. But the Chariot cards are both extremely graphic. Like, no nudity. It's not nudity. It's just like literally like there's blood. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I love this deck otherwise. And then also it's still 86 cards because I'm really glad that I started to learn about Minciat and everything like that because it's influenced a little bit by Minciat. That's why it has extra cards. It has Zodiac and Planet cards. So that's why it has 86 cards. This is, again, it's currently in the Pentagram Tarot Studio, Pentagram.shop. It's currently there, but it's not there. It's not created by the same team. They are selling it for their friend. And I also think from what I'm seeing from it, I think it was printed in a different place. I don't know. Like, not like a different place, but like a different printer. But yeah, I love this deck. I just honestly, I'm going to have to figure out just keeping the less graphic Chariot card. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's the only card in the deck that's actually graphic like that, and it's a little wild. But that's my only thing with this deck. I love this. I actually cannot wait to start working with it. I just don't know what I will do about the Chariot card. I haven't figured that out. And this is by a different artist. It's not by any of the Pentagram.shop artists. They are an artist collective because it's more than one artist that sells out of that shop. But yeah, so he is not really like, he's their friend. And like, I'll just try to show as much of the, it's a very oversized tuck box. It's the biggest tuck box I've ever seen. So anyway, this is the tuck box. And the art is representative. Most of the art is like heavily costumed and everything. It's not, most of it is not graphic, but I have to tell you that the Chariot card is graphic. Both variants, both options are very, very intense. So I love this deck. I was so blown away by it. It's my first medieval deck, so I am not a connoisseur or anything, but I was inspired by Hermit's Cave I was like, oh, and then also, that also got me to get a Renaissance deck, but I'm still waiting. I can't do that video yet. I'm perpetually waiting for packages, and that delays me being able to release videos, because I'm usually just like waiting for either packages or like the right moment for my health. And I apologize that I don't have a great setup with, like, you know, overhead camera and ring light and everything. I'm just filming on my phone, and this is I mean, if you saw my entire table, it's just piles and piles of tarot decks for my friends, because I do move them to the book. I've cleared bookshelves, and I have room to move all of these. But you know, this is me. I brought out like all of these things from Pentagram Studio. I took them off the shelf to bring them to the overcrowded tarot table. I got this table because it was going to be for gaming, and then like it didn't end up being the table that I was thinking of. I just wanted something simple, and I actually ended up with this huge table, which would be amazing for like really intense tarot readings, but I haven't gotten there yet because right now it's just always unorganized right now. I probably will never be like this amazing YouTuber with like all this editing and music and like overhead camera and all that stuff. It's probably never going to be me, because I don't, I was like super motivated and uploading like a fiend, but I do have to slow down for my health. So apologies for my like camera view here and everything. This is literally just my camera. But I hope that this inspires you to at least look at some decks at Pentagram.shop. And I will put the link in the description. I'm going to wrap up because this video is almost 30 minutes long, which is about what I expected, because we're going over a lot of products. But I really wanted to draw attention to them in case it feels like, hey, I need something productive that I can do to support someone in the world. They're worth supporting. They're very reliable. It's unbelievable that they can still... It's just they're incredible. And like, when you really dig into the decks that are just ballpoint pen, I mean, it's incredible. So, yes. So anyway, here's the gigantic tuck box. And maybe Simon at Hermit's Cave will be inspired to get this deck. It's maybe not the most like amazing. I don't know. It's my first one, so I'm not a connoisseur of medieval art. But I will wrap this up.